So anyways, there's quite a few of you on tonight, so I'm super excited and I'm glad you're on. I'm glad you're taking the time to dedicate just a little bit of time to learning and growing, and that's what this is about. And I give you guys props for doing that and taking your precious night out to be with us. So there's going to be quite a few of us tonight talking and giving just our greatest takeaways from the other night. It was really awesome, and we were all super inspired about it. And I'm going to be the last to talk, and we did not schedule this to figure out who was going to talk first or second, but I think I'm just going to go down the line, and I will finish up with the rest of the notes that I have, so that everybody's not, we're not repeating each other. But so Chelsea, would you like to go first? Putting you out there like that?
Wow. Yeah, I would, because then that means I can pick anything from my list. Because I have quite a bit of notes. So let me think. Let me just kind of skim through my notes here to see if I can, because it was all good. So
yes, it was.
So one that really resonated, and I feel like it resonated with everybody because a lot of people posted about it, was about fears. And to write down your fears, and it's a visualization thing. So write them down so that you can see them, you can read them, maybe read them out loud, and then think, how are you benefiting from those fears? You're probably not, because fears hold you back from everything. And then you should also write down your positives as well, so you can see where you want to go. And I don't feel, I'm going to do one more. I don't feel like this anymore. Maybe I did when I first started my journey with Plexus, but I know a lot of people, when you're talking to them about network marketing, they're like, oh, I don't want to follow people. I don't remember who said it, but they had said that not following up is saying that you don't care. So if you don't follow up out to about Plexus, or they've reached out to you and maybe you just didn't write their names down and you forgot, or maybe you just didn't follow up with them. Oh my gosh, my phone's gonna die. I gotta go find a charger. Anyways, I took that as, if you're not following up with them, you're saying you don't care. Therefore, I'm not bothering anybody, because these products are amazing and they need them. I'm not being a bother. So quit thinking that you're bothering people.
Yes.
There's that.
I love that too. I thought whenever she said that, it kind of was like, whoa, well, I never really put that in perspective. I never thought of it that way. Like that
Right.
Specific wording. Like, we all know that following up is key in this business, because obviously our success rate does not go up to 80% until we've contacted them at least 5 times. But to hear it put that way of, if we are not following up with them, we are just sending the message that we do not care. I think that really did resonate with me. Like, well, whoa, that's something that I'm probably going to remember for a really long time. So yeah, thanks, Chelsea. Anybody want to raise their hand if they'd like to go next, so I don't hurt anyone's feelings like I did Chelsea? I'm just kidding. Or should I just pick? Do you guys want me to pick?
I say just pick. You just picked me, so that's not fair.
Okay, Nikki. I know that you say that she's a little congested, and she says that she sounds like she is talking in a can, but I think she sounds fine.
Yeah, no, just bear with me, guys. Actually, there were so many different things that I took away, but the one thing that kind of resonated with me was, when you're going after your cold market or warm market, whatever you want to call it, don't assume that they don't like you. Assume that they do like you, and go from there. Assume everyone likes you, and don't apologize for who you are. Just put it out there and just go after them like they're your best friend, and they just might be. So I mean, that made me feel a lot more confident, because there's a lot of times when I'm thinking, they say don't prejudge, but a lot of times I kind of think, oh my gosh, what if I'm annoying? What if I'm that person that they looked at my post and they think, oh, I don't want to talk to her. but don't assume that. Just go after them, almost go after them with ignorance, and just think that they like me as much as I like them, and they want what I have to offer. So that was really one of my biggest takeaways. I mean, I took like 7 pages of notes, so I could probably read to you guys, but I don't want to bore everybody. But that was one of my favorite things, because I truly love people, and I just need to think about them as that they love me as much as I love them. And that was one thing I was hanging on to.
Yeah.
So
I loved that.
That was what I took away for me.
Yeah. And that was actually, that was Kristen Abart. And they were actually kind of joking around and laughing at the fact, because Kristen Abart is a diamond and her husband is a diamond. And they were talking about how they went to the mall and she was still working her business. That day, she had walked away still with 5 phone numbers, being a diamond ambassador, and she was still pursuing her business, even on just a trip with her girls to the mall. And that, that she said that she walked up to them and she just assumed, like, they like me. I'm an amazing person. Like, I have something to offer you. And she would just talk to them just like as a friend and ask a lot of questions. She said that she just asked them question after question after question. And eventually something will come up where Plexus is inserted. And she did it. And she had 5 phone numbers. And I think that's crazy, being a double diamond household, and she's still actively searching out people that way. So yeah, I love that aspect of it too, Nikki. And I should have been introducing, like, because they are new people to our team, that, I should be introducing Chelsea is a senior gold ambassador on our team, and Nikki is soon to be gold on our team. And so, yeah, I need to be introducing you guys so that people know who you are. Okay, so next on the list. Angela, would you like to go?
Hello. I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Angela is a silver ambassador on our team, and she will soon be gold as well, because she is rocking it this month. So, yeah, let us know what you have and that inspired you the most from that event.
Okay, so yes, I am really shooting for the soon to be gold. But I loved everything about the event, really. But one of the biggest things that I really picked up on was getting to know the people that you're talking to and knowing what their needs are and letting it be about them, and let them know that it is about them. And that's why you're doing this business, because you care about people. And that's exactly why I'm doing this business, because I love helping people. So I liked I can't remember who it was, but one of them had said that they didn't get to where they were because of their title. They got there because they cared about people. Mm-hmm. And so I know that was one thing that really hit home with me. And so I am shooting for more than just the gold. I'm shooting for the diamond. So, and that whole double diamond too. That's pretty cool.
You can do it.
Yeah, I'm hoping. So that's the biggest thing that I picked up on. And I noticed that I do a lot is asking questions, but I thought I was puking a lot of Plexus was one of my problems. And so I stepped back and had a more realization of focusing on them. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
That's great. The one that she's talking about, saying that her title, that was Wendy Lawson. She had went, she is I'm probably going to butcher, I think she's a holistic nutrition. I don't know. She's a nutritionist. What is somebody help me out here? I can't remember, but you'll see a lot of videos on YouTube of her. She's very knowledgeable. She, went to school for health and all this stuff. And
well, actually, I remember the one thing that actually hit home also was kind of funny, because not long before I was going to go to this, and just before I had my event, Wendy Larson said that she was bit by, she didn't say a tick, but she said by one of those darn bugs that are on the deer, And my girlfriend's husband actually just had that happen. And so she even read some testimonies about it. So I do remember Wendy was talking about her health and everything. And that's one of the reasons why she started Plexus. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, it's amazing what our products can do. I mean, I've seen also testimonies of her and what she struggled with during that time of before we weren't allowed to say things about bugs biting us and giving us illnesses. And it's just crazy. So Ryan is a very, very, very new ambassador. He is probably maybe 2 weeks in, and he went to this event. And so I'm excited to kind of hear what stood out to you being a new ambassador and not really have much training under your belt, but being able to go to this event and hearing from top leaders kind of what your thoughts were.
Well, the previous people kind of stole some of what I was going to say, but I think one of the things that struck me was, I think they were saying if you're at gold level, you should be working to have 30 to 40% of your business be silver.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that was one of my takeaways, other than the other stuff that everybody else had said already.
Yeah, of course. So yeah, they were talking about that. And it gives you perspective on being gold and just, you can get to gold all on your own, but it's really just to take in perspective, like you can't get to the top by yourself. And so having that 30 to 40% being silver, that really can give you an image in your head of what needs to be done, what you need to be training your teammates in order to get them to get 3 people under them. So that was just a nice visual on what, it should be done. Ryan, I know that what, Chelsea?
I was going to say, it was more of a focus on like gold or senior gold, what you need to do as a leader. If you are at and you don't have 30 to 40% of your team at silver, then you need to grow somewhere as a leader.
Right.
That was huge for me.
Yep.
Yeah. You
need to grow as a leader, and because if your team's not duplicating, then you have to look inward. Look back at yourself and say, well, what am I doing or not doing to help them get there and duplicate? So yeah. Ryan, just one more thing. What do you think, like coming out of it, like going in, what were your thought processes and kind of like coming out of it, like just hearing like the testimonies and hearing from these leaders, like, was there anything like not written on paper that like your thought process, what were you feeling?
Well, when I went into it, I kind of had to try to keep an open mind on it. I know that, they're just growing up. My mom had done some of these kind of things before. And so there's kind of a stigma with some of this. So I just kind of kept an open mind. And when some of the, just hearing some of the stories was pretty moving about how well the products are really working for these people. And that was another one of the takeaways that kind of I got out of it was when you're talking to somebody, kind of get an idea about the kind of person that you're talking to. I know the one lady was talking about, she was really pushing the business because for her, it's all about the business and the money and the products are great too, but she really didn't go into it for the products itself necessarily, more for the business. Where if you're talking to somebody who really wants to help people, then you need to push, kind of get them to think about doing this business to help people, not about how much money you can make.
Right.
Mm-hmm. If that's the type of person that you're talking to.
Right.
So.
Yeah, definitely trying to feel out and ask questions to kind of figure out what someone's why is, like what kind of person they are. And we talked about color personalities, which I'm not going to get into that because that may be somebody else's talking point. And I will at the end give the rest of my kind of little spill. But Jolene, would you like to go? Jolene is, you can tell me no or yes. And I could go to Mitch. Yes? Okay. So Jolene is a silver ambassador. Jolene.
Oh, sorry. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay. I didn't know if you could hear me with my headphones in or not. So
Yeah,
kids keep coming in. So if you speak like this, I'm telling them to get out. I'm a silver ambassador. I've been with Plexus for about a year and a half. Just really started concentrating on the business, but it's been more of a process on me. So this was very enlightening because my biggest hang up is my fear of reaching out. So my biggest takeaway was, you got to get over that fear. I can't remember the Diamond Ambassador, but she threw up 6 times before she did a presentation. I feel like I'm going to throw up whenever I go to message people. So that was that was my takeaway. I got to get over that and believing in yourself and be consistent. And you talk to people like they're real, not that Nope, I like everybody's sorry. I came in late because my computer wouldn't function with me. So I don't know if anybody had said this, but
Oh, I think you froze up, Jolene.
there is no cold market. They're all warm market. Can you guys hear me?
You're breaking up and freezing up.
Okay. I'll let you go ahead and take it, Amanda. My internet is not working with me right now.
All right. Well, thank you. I think, Mitch, would you like to talk? Tell us your takeaway now that I can see you really well.
Have the car light on.
Good.
Okay, so there's only like 2 things pretty much that I haven't been covered, at least the things that were important to me. And one of them is you need to feel like you can be a diamond. Because if you can't imagine yourself there, you can't picture yourself there, you're not going to get there. Your mind does what you think. So if you think you can't be a diamond, you're not going to be a diamond. And I can see myself being emerald. I can't see myself being a diamond, and I need to get over that. I need to get over that fear because I'm never going to be a diamond then, obviously. Just because I'm going to do things that will unintentionally hinder myself from becoming a diamond. And then also, just
the cat climbed on your head.
Whitney, are you able to mute yourself, or is there a button for you?
Oh, I thought I had muted. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Continue.
So a manager oversees, but a leader inspires. And so if you're leading correctly, you're inspiring your team to be better, to have confidence, to be able to reach out and grow. And if you're just a manager, you're just overseeing how the progress of your team. Like you're not inspiring, you're just, I don't know how to explain it. But anyways, yeah, those 2 things just kind of stood out to me.
Awesome. Is that everyone? I think that's everyone, right? Yeah. Okay. So that was a lot. So I am going to look through my notes and see. I hope I don't repeat. I may repeat, but I'm going to bear with me while I kind of skim over and try and not repeat. I know, so I took notes on like each person. So like Wendy Lawson, I know she did say that she got where she is because she cares about people. That was also mentioned when she was saying that not because of her title, but because she actually cares about helping people. It's not about what you know, it's how you hold yourself and how your confidence is. People can tell your confidence, and if you're something that actually that kind of brought out to me, and we talked about on the car ride, is that when people ask me kind of like, because I'll tell people when they ask me like, what do you do? I'll say like, I work from home. I'm a stay-at-home mom, but I work from home. And they'll ask me like, well, what do you do? And I'll say, Plexus. And then I'm kind of like, oh, it's just a network marketing company. And I kind of make it, and I've noticed that just in the last couple of months, I'm like, why do I say it like that? Why do I just say, oh, it's just a network marketing company? because it's a huge deal. Like, I should be extremely proud of it, which I am, but I'm not perceiving that to people when I'm saying it. So that's going to be something that I need to work on. I need to have that confidence that what I'm doing is amazing. And I know that, but how do I show that in my emotion and in my verbal, when I'm talking to someone? It shouldn't just be it's just a network marketing company. You know, Mitch gave a really great example in the car of when somebody asked, say, you know, I change lives for a living. I help moms stay home with their kids. Things like that. Just being able to, with confidence, tell someone like, you are changing lives. That's something that kind of resonated with me and kind of made me turn and think like, oh, well, I need to change that because I don't know why I'm talking like that. And I've been doing this for 2 years, and I truly believe in this business opportunity, and I'm proud of it. But it's just weird that I say it like that when I'm in front of people. Anyways, so you don't need a big story to share. Small victories could completely change someone's life. Just care and share. And that's something that I tell a lot of our new ambassadors, like, there's no reason for you to wait. And because of a lot of people want to wait, you know, I need to have a story. I want people to know what it's doing for me. But ultimately, something that your friends are struggling with may not be something that you're struggling with. So they're not going to really know that could help them, because it would be the opposite for you. So never wait to share. Small victories, you know, you have energy that day. That could be a complete blessing to a mom of 4 who has no energy. A great analogy that they had talked about that I thought was really awesome was events are like a fan, fanning a fire. It's what keeps your flame going. I loved that analogy that they, you know, taking an event is, and that could be an event online, an event, an opportunity meeting, an event yourself, like having a couple of friends come over that are your ambassadors and just, you know, talking. Like, it's events are fanning your flame of your passion for this company. So I thought that was a really great analogy that I've never heard before. Doing events, nothing is more energizing than life passion, or live passion. Do events. I was taking notes for myself, but if you don't have anybody doing events in your area, do them yourself. That's something that they talked about. Wendy Lawson didn't have not a single soul in her town that did Plexus. So when she joined, she started doing events herself. She got a room, she invited a ton of people, and she started just printing off testimonies on paper, on pink paper, they said. And she would just read these testimonies in front of people. And she didn't care that she didn't have any ambassadors under her. She didn't care that her upline wasn't there. She just knew what she needed to do, and she went for it. So don't be scared to do your own events if you don't have an upline in your area to do it for you. So Kristen Abart, all that was on Wendy Lawson. This one is on Kristen Abart. Let's see. It's okay to not have balance if you are really going after it. It won't be that way forever. That's something that she had mentioned. She really touched on having balance, but in the beginning, it's okay to not have balance. If you're really, really working it and wanting to go to the top and giving your all, it's okay to not have balance in the first year of really just pushing for it. And it won't be that way forever. Your kids aren't going to, you know, condemn you if you are in a year taking them to Hawaii. Like they won't even remember. But obviously, family is priority. It just is. Like, our family is priority. But this business, if you're really going for it, sectioning out that time and finding a way of, maybe you're not going to watch a show or that you typically watch. Maybe you're not going to play a game that you typically would play a game to. Maybe you're not going to go to bed early. Maybe you're going to wake up early. There's ways to go about it of really, if you're really wanting to go to the top and get there quick, then it's okay to not have balance in the beginning. That's what Kristen Abart said. And I think her husband actually went diamond before her and gave her the vision of this, I think. So, and they mentioned thinking that your cold market is your friend. And something that resonated with me, people will feel pushed and that you're being pushy when you don't feel like it's about, or when they don't feel like it's about them. So if you're more talking about yourself and what it can do for you, and not making them feel like that it's all about them and what you can help them do and what these products can help them with, just making sure that it all reflects on them, that's when they're going to feel being pushed. So make sure that you're just reflecting when it's all about them. Don't speak only your language. We are all different, and there are 4 types of personalities. And they highly, and I've read this book as well, which I think I need to read it like 10 times. But the Color Personality book that for MLM by Al Schreiter, that book, it goes into 4 personality types, what color you are. It teaches you how to talk to different personalities and how to figure out what their color personality is. Because if you're a red and you are gung-ho on the business and you just full force like are talking about the business, but you're talking to a yellow who just cares about helping people, you're going to miss them. They're not going to be there. They're not going to hear you, and you're going to push them away. If you are a red and you're talking about the business, but somebody's a blue and just wants all the fun stuff and party, and I think I'm a blue, then they're really not going to care. So this book is really great. So if you want to learn how to do that, I would definitely recommend that book. I am not saying the name of the book correctly. If I could ever get into my phone, I could tell you what the book is.
Is it like the 4 color personalities?
Yes. Yes, it's the 4 color personalities for MLM by Tom Big Al Schreiter. So that book is awesome. I would highly recommend it. We are in the business of people, so we need to learn people and how to talk to people. Don't talk about what's most important to you before you talk and find out what's important to them. 'Cause, again, you could push them away. Leadership is just influence. Share what you're learning while you're learning. You don't have to know everything, but as you learn it, teach your team that. Recruit people that are better than you. Search out people that are just better than you, that have better influence than you. They really talked on this of finding people better than you. Not that, because I don't think anyone's better than anyone. Everyone has different qualities, and that's why they're kind of saying that. People that are better than you, because someone could be amazing at one aspect, and you could be better at something else, but working together is what makes an amazing team. And that's why I love, like, Chelsea is so much better at different things than I am, and Mitch is better at different things than I am. And we have a whole team that is just, we all have special qualities, and working together is what is really amazing and I love. So be happy with your color personality. Don't have so much focus on your weaknesses. They said everybody has weaknesses and everybody has strengths, but don't get so bogged down on what your weaknesses are and trying to fix them. That can come with time. Like, you can work little here and little there, but focus more on your strengths and build on those and really lead with your strengths. Don't get bogged down on all your weaknesses. And then, so Brenda Martin, I didn't have, which is strange, I didn't have a lot of notes on Brenda Martin, but she spoke amazing stuff. Maybe I was just too engaged and wasn't writing. She said, don't get scared at gold. A lot of people will get to gold and they'll get scared, like, oh my gosh, I have a team, now what do I do? Don't get scared. Keep going, keep pushing, and just, and teach your team as you learn it. Like, at that point, you don't know everything still, but just teach your team what you're learning while you learn it, and don't stop at gold. Keep pushing. Know that you have something to offer them. There is a sense of urgency. If you don't talk to them, someone else will. And guys, this is so true. Like, I have so many times have people on my list, and I haven't reached out to them yet. And I keep saying, oh, I'm going to. And then I find out, oh, wait, they're a Plexus ambassador now. Great. Not on my team, they're not, because somebody else got to them before I did. So don't hold back from reaching out to people. You never know. You could, in the back of your mind, think, oh, they probably don't want this. Oh, they probably aren't interested in this. You'll never know until you ask. And if you don't ask, somebody else will, and they won't be on your team, and they could be your rock star. So don't hold back. Message the people that you have on your list, the people with influence. Go for the people that have the biggest influence and that scare you. Go to those people first. Amber Miller was the one that talked a lot on fear and mindset, and her puking before speaking and all this stuff. And she quit for a while. Her mom skyrocketed to the top. And she quit. You know why she quit? Because she had 3 customers of hers tell her that it didn't work, and she quit. And she quit for a while. And then her mom just had to like lay into her, like, what are you doing? These are your fears. You have something here. And so she took it. She went for it. She got rid of her fears. And what she did was basically still have fear, but she did it scared. She didn't let her fears hold her back. She just did what she was scared of while being scared. And that ultimately is what's going to get you past those fears. If you don't do it, you're still going to be scared. If you do, you'll still be scared while you're doing it, but every time you do it again, it gets easier. And I can attest to that. The separation from beginning to diamond is just growth, personal growth. She still with, Amber Miller still deals with fear, but she learned how to handle it. Write down your fears. This is something that Chelsea talked about. And just ask yourself, are they something that you want to live with for the rest of your life? That kind of resonated with me whenever she said to write down your fears and then ask yourself, do I want this fear for the rest of my life? Do I want it to go with me to the end? Is it benefiting me or is it hindering me? And get rid of it. All excuses are the same. You can either overcome it or choose to repeat it. Kill the fear by doing it afraid. Be awake to people. If you're not following up, you're telling them that you don't care, which we talked about. I just love that saying. Like, I think that completely just changes it for me. But so, yeah, the event was amazing. It was really great. It was inspiring. I loved hearing the testimonies in the beginning. Being that close to diamonds and just hearing their story and hearing how real they are, and just, they're just like us. They're no different. They still struggle with the same things that we struggle with, but they have overcome them. They've just heard more no's than we have. So it was really awesome. We had great talks in the van as well. It was just cool getting to know everybody. And so, yeah, I think that kind of wraps it up. If any of you ladies still have anything to add, or if anybody that wasn't at the event wants to unmute and ask any questions, we would love to answer. And I'll sit here and sing some elevator music. No, I won't.
I don't know if, I don't think anybody said anything about it, but it should, I mean, it almost seems like it should be common sense, but sometimes we don't do it, or I don't know. When it comes to setting goals, and someone had said to figure out where you want to be in a year, and then work your way backwards during that year. That's how I took it anyways, on what do you need to do monthly to get to that end of the year goal? Right. Because that's what's going to help give you action because it's all great to have this goal. Like, I want to be emerald at the end of this year. Okay, but what are you going to do to get there? Mm-hmm. You know, how many hours are you willing to put in to get to emerald in a year?
Right.
So,
yeah. She said to work back from the points, where you want to be in a year, and write down what those points are. Map out what the points you have now versus those points that you need to be at your goal, and then work your way back and add that up so that each month, like, obviously it's not going to be to the T, because if you're silver, you're going to add a certain amount versus whenever you're, Ruby. You're going to be adding crazy amounts difference. But it's great to just have that visual and just know what you're working towards. Because if we don't have that goal of anything, then we just don't know what we're working towards. So yeah, I loved her thing on saying to just work backwards, and really that was awesome to me.
Yeah. Amanda, one more thing that really kind of stuck out to me when you start having a team, to really focus on inspiring and not really managing your people, because they need inspiration to keep growing and not being told how to do their business, because we all are looking for a niche. So that really kind of rang home to me.
Yes. And I did write that down. Everyone, what did it say? Oh, find your niche. Yeah. Everyone does their business differently. We all do. So yeah, if figuring out how to inspire versus manage, because we all do something differently. Something that may work for me may not work for Chelsea. Something that may work for Chelsea may not work for Nikki. So it's just finding your niche, and yeah, I love that too.
And they also they were talking about committing to the business, and there were like 4 different things that they had. I don't remember who said it, but it was commit for the ones you love, commit because the products work, commit because there's no other opportunity, and commit because it's your responsibility. I really liked those too.
I love that too. I didn't write that down, but I love that. That's awesome. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk like all the time. I'm so sorry. No. But I think I can't remember if it was you that said it, but on the whole, celebrating every victory, because they kind of used it in a context of with your customers, because I know it's happened to me too, that if you've got your customers that maybe are starting the products for weight loss and they're getting discouraged because it's only been like 14 days maybe, and they're like not losing a ton of weight. But they're sleeping better and they're having more energy, but for some reason that's not important to them. And I know this has happened to me. I've had a customer that I'm so sorry. I just heard somebody scream. Okay, it was outside. Anyways, I had my own personal customer that wasn't getting weight loss results that she wanted, but she didn't have any back pain anymore, and she was sleeping really good. And coming from a tired mom of 4 kids, like, how is that not important to you? I mean, but that's why I started for energy. So, helping them understand and helping them celebrate these victories, even though that's not why they're starting, but encouraging them that, I know that's not what you're looking for if you just stay consistent and you stay on the products a little bit longer, but there are so many people, like you might inspire somebody. You probably have a friend with young children that would just love to have a little bit of energy or to have better sleep.
Yep. Yeah, I definitely think that, make sure that we're writing down kind of what their health issues are from the beginning, so that we can remind them too, like, whoa, like, wait, yeah, you may not be losing weight, but remember those pounding things in your head, like, holy moly, aren't you glad that is not happening anymore? So yeah, it's hard to have struggles like that, but definitely trying to help encourage them through all that is awesome. And I love, I'm probably not going to talk about that, loving customers, but I love whenever somebody goes wholesale, because I feel like we have a better community as ambassadors, even just for the wholesalers, because I put my wholesalers in our group as well, but just the support that we all have as a community for each other, I feel like helps people stick to it, and they feel the love, and I love that. Just 1 second, I want everyone to smile because I'm about to take a picture of you. Chelsea, smile. Everyone's smiling. I can't see you, Jill. Okay. Do we see you, Jill? Say cheese.
Sorry, I'm going to walk outside to see if there's a clown.
Oh, please do not. No,
serious?
let's not do that. Lock the door. Who runs to the danger?
The one who's married to a cop.
Okay. Anywho, does anyone else have, I want to be appreciative of your time, but does anyone have any questions, or does anybody else have anything they want to add?
Nope.
Okay. Well then, I am super proud of all of you
I
getting
do
on
want
tonight.
to add something real quick.
Okay.
I just looked over. They had touched on one that said, God made me the way I am for a purpose, to get outside of my comfort zone and go be that person that God made me to be.
Yes.
I thought that was awesome.
Yes. I love it.
Mhm.
I love it. Love
So.
it. Thank you for adding that.
Guys, go rock this week.
Yes. I hope you guys have an amazing night. I'll see you again soon. We will be doing these every Sunday night, so mark that on your calendar. And I hope you guys have an amazing night and an amazing, amazing week. Talk to you guys soon.
Thank you.